Welcome back as we work to connect with each other and with Jesus. But what does it mean to follow Jesus? What does it mean to be a Christian or a disciple of Jesus in our world? And it's a question we commonly ask. And what we really get down to is, what are the requirements? What are the rules or expectations? Now, Jesus was asked that same question. In Luke chapter 10, he was asked, what is the greatest commandment? Makes sense. We want to know that question. And in Luke 10, chapter 27, Jesus says, you must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, all your strength, and all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. Well, naturally, he was then asked, who's your neighbor? So Jesus goes on to tell the story of the Good Samaritan. We have this guy who is on the road and he gets mugged and left for dead. First comes a priest who sees this man who's hurting, and the priest walks by on the other side, ignoring him. Then comes a Levite, who is kind of like a priest, a clergy, a pastor type person, who sees the man lying on the side of the road and walks by and goes on the other side, both of them ignoring him. Then comes the Samaritan. Not only does the Samaritan stop to help the man, he takes him to a place where he can receive care, and he pays for it. Now, part of why this is significant is the fact that Samaritans were kind of second-class Jews. They were not given the same privileges as the other Jews. They were not really in the same class. So it shows that your neighbor is anybody you encounter, and anybody is responsible to help those in need. Well, here at B1 Naz, our mission is to impact the world with the love and message of Jesus Christ. And you can't do that without actively doing something, without helping other people. It's real easy to ignore the needs of the world. And so I am in our Love Thy Neighbor food pantry because we are called to love our neighbors. And so our food pantry is called Love Thy Neighbor as an active way that we work to help our community. You can't follow Jesus and ignore the needs of the world. Sometimes that means we have to make great sacrifices. Other times it means we just need to be intentional. It's a matter of making sure when we see a need, we do what we can to fill it. Now, one of the great things about the church is you can't do everything yourself. But when we all work together, we can begin to see transformation in the world. When I do my part and you do your part, we are able to see the kingdom of God come in this world to bring healing, to bring restoration, to bring redemption. We're called to impact the world with the love and message of Jesus Christ. You've got to do it. I've got to do it. And when we see that change in the world from our actions, His kingdom will come. Stay connected to each other and with Jesus.